Welcome back to the last episode of our series, How AI Changes the CISSP Without Changing the CISSP. And today we're going to talk about Domain 8, Software Development Security. Domain 8 is all about building security into the software development lifecycle, not as an afterthought. It covers secure design, secure coding practices, testing, deployment, change control, code management, third-party software risks, and more. To put it simply, if code is built badly, attackers will use it against us. Today, software creation is no longer limited to traditional developers. AI enables anyone to build apps, prototypes, workflows, scripts. You no longer have to understand database structure or remember syntax. You can just use vibe coding. Vibe coding basically allows the user to describe what they want from the system in natural language and let the LLM model generate the actual code, sometimes without really understanding what's going on. Vibe coding is great for speed, but can be terrible for security strategy. When people generate code without understanding risk, authentication, session handling, input validation, secret management, dependencies risks, then we can definitely expect more insecure apps to pop up and be built much faster than ever before. So Domain 8 becomes even more relevant than ever before, because as the barriers to develop new software and new apps drop, the need for secure development discipline only increases. ISC2 emphasizes these changes, and now this domain references AI-assisted coding. We talk about hallucination vulnerabilities, or even the accidental inclusion of insecure code snippets generated by LLMs. In general, there's an increased discussion around software development, software supply chain risk, which is not just related to AI or machine learning. It's the use of libraries and frameworks and external repositories, and that has been a growing problem. But today, when anyone can generate code very quickly, and that code is not always validated, tested, and especially not created with security in mind, we can have a weak or vulnerable code in these repositories. The focus here is on integrating automated AI security testing into the CI/CD pipeline, not as an afterthought. We already said that AI can speed up coding, and that's great, but it can also speed up bad coding, and that's not so great. So we are responsible to assure that the code was reviewed and tested, the dependencies were vetted, and that security remains within the SDLC and not as an afterthought after a breach already happened. Now let's see what a question in the exam might look like. An organization allows teams to use AI coding assistants to accelerate internal application development. Which of the following is the most important security response? The answer is B. Integrate security testing and code review into the CI/CD pipeline. There's no question whether AI-assisted coding exists. The issue is making sure that general good coding practices are maintained, that the code that is generated by AI is reviewed, tested, controlled before it reaches production. Domain 8 is about integrating security into the software development lifecycle. AI and vibe coding makes coding and software creation so much easier and faster and accessible by anyone. That means that as security practitioners, it's our responsibility to make sure that everyone understands security and that security is integrated into these tools. This wraps up our series on how AI changes the CISSP without changing the CISSP. But that's not the end. If you look down, there's going to be another bonus session about emerging technologies and how they may present themselves in the future in ISC2. So if you're preparing for the CISSP, now is the time to subscribe. Now is the time to join Cybermania, because the conversation always continues there. See you soon.